the people.
Yeah.
Won't be.
Yo, another headline screaming by the war across the sea. Billions spent on bombs, on tanks, on what's to be the next big conflict. While the homeless shiver in the cold. Kids in my own city, hungry stories left untold. The potential wasted of lives that could be saved if the budget lines were different, if the money was behaved in the way that served the people, not the military might. They talk about protection, but who's protecting us at night? From the poverty that cripples, from the sickness that takes hold. Cause the hospitals are underfunded, stories getting older, waiting lines and broken promises. Why the war machine keeps grinding, keeps consuming, keeps the profit margin king. For the few who benefit from chaos, from the endless fight. Why the masses pay the price, living in eternal night of struggle. I see the contradiction, clear as day is plain. They rather fund destruction than alleviate the pain.
Blood and budgets, a twisted game. Playing with lives, calling it fame. Spending on war, ignoring the plea for basic needs, for dignity. Where's the justice, where's the sense? Building up walls at our expense. Blood and budgets, a heavy cost. Humanity's future almost
They say there's no money for the schools, no money for the poor, no money for the mental health, no money at the door of opportunity for those who need it most. They shut it tight, but somehow always find the funds to fuel another fight, another proxy battle, another nation torn apart while our own communities are bleeding, breaking at the heart from neglect and desperation, from the systems that they built to keep us down and fighting, drowning in our own guilt for not having enough, for not being strong enough to rise against the giants who control the narrative, control the skies with their drones and their propaganda, painting villains where there's none, just people trying to survive beneath the burning angry sun. I ain't in our defense, but there's a line that's clearly crossed when the cost of human life is casually dismissed and lost in the numbers of a budget, in the rhetoric of power, while the real war's on the streets. Every single waking hour, they say peace is expensive. I say war costs us everything. I look at the faces of the leaders, hear the words they choose to speak about freedom, about democracy. Why the foundations creak beneath the weight of their decisions, beneath the lies they tell to justify the bloodshed, to justify this living hell for millions who just want a chance to live with grace, a chance to feed their families, a chance to find their place in a world that values life above the profit and the gain, a world that prioritizes healing over causing pain. It's a moral bankruptcy, a failure of the soul, when the cries of the suffering are ignored, taking their heavy toll on the fabric of society, on the trust that we once had, and the ones who claim to lead us, making everything so bad. I'm calling out the hypocrisy, calling out the shame of a system that would rather fan the flames of war and blame than invest in its own people, invest in human worth. This ain't just politics, this is the future of the earth.
Blood and budgets, a twisted game. Playing with lives, calling it fame. Spending on war, ignoring the plea for basic needs, for dignity. Where's the justice, where's the sense? Building up walls at our expense. Blood and budgets, a heavy cost. Humanity's future almost lost. Blood and people. I won't be. Yeah.
Turn down the contract, turn down the advance. Wasn't about to sign my future away for a chance at a check that looks big but disappears real quick. Once they take they cut, once they run they trick. I see my people sign and lose everything they made.
Ownership
traded for a temporary parade of fame that fades faster than the ink can dry. I'd rather struggle free than sell my soul to fly for a season then crash when the label drops you cold. I'm building something different, something that I hold complete control over. Every master's every right. I sleep good knowing I ain't signing my whole life away to men in suits who never touch the mic, who see me as a product, see me as a type of investment they can squeeze until it's dry. I'd rather own my little than rent someone else's sky.
No strings attached to me. I built this on my own, you see. Independent, staying free. It's my art, my legacy. No shark circling my name. No one else to take the blame. I'm solid ground.
Learn the business I myself, learn distribution too. Learn that education is the thing they don't want you to understand completely. Keep you dependent, keep you needing their approval for your worth. Keep you constantly conceding pieces of yourself for access, pieces of your voice for a platform that could disappear. That's never been my choice. I'd rather build it slower, brick by brick, on my own time, on every single element, on every single rhyme. Nobody's editing my message, nobody's watering down what I need to say to make it more commercially sound. I stay true to what I'm building, stay true to my design. Independent don't mean lonely, means the vision stays mine. Every dollar that comes in, I decide where it goes. Every deal I sign, I read it closely, and I know what I'm agreeing to before I put my name on paper. Learn that lesson watching artists get taken by the vapor. Freedom is expensive, but it's worth more than any advance they could offer. It's harder this way, no denying that it's true. No machine behind me pushing what I'm trying to do. No marketing budget, no radio guarantee. Just me and the work, just me building steadily. But everything I earn, I actually keep it on. Every fan that found me on my own. Not through manufactured hype, through actual connection. Built slowly, built real, built without deception. I'd rather have a smaller crowd that's genuinely there than a manufactured wave that vanishes in air. The moment that the machine decides to move along, I'm playing along game, building something strong enough to outlast trends, outlast the industry games. Independent artists building without any chains. No sangy sugar taking pieces of what I create. I control my future, I control my fate.
No strings attached to me, I built this on my own, you see. Independent, staying free. This my art, my legacy. No shark circling my name, no one else to take the blame. I'm the owner of my sound, standing tall on solid ground.
Yeah. Some things. Yeah. Some things taste sweet going down, but leave you empty after. Some kind of love feels warm at first and turns into disaster. I keep going back to what I know is gonna hurt me deep. Same way a habit calls you even when you're trying to sleep peaceful. Trying to quit, but something in me craves the taste of what I know ain't good for me, of what I can't erase. From memory or from my system, from the pull it has on me. Love became a substance that I'm chasing constantly. I confuse the high for happiness, confuse the rush for real. Connection that can last instead of just a temporary feel that fades as fast as smoke dissolving in the open air, leaving me right back where I started, empty, unaware of how I got here every time. The pattern feels the same. Sweetness at the start that slowly turns into the flame that burns you if you're careless, if you don't respect the fire. Some love's a slow addiction dressed up as a harsh desire.
Sugar sweet but turns to smoke.
Every time my heart's been broke,
Chasing what I know ain't right.
craving you through every night.
Like a habit I can't shake.
Every promise that I make
To myself to let it go.
still I'm pulled back.
Undertow.
I know the warning signs by now. I seen this movie play, seen the way it starts out golden, watch it fade to gray. Same as anything, you're overindulging past the point of pleasure in the consequence, past the point you can anoint it simply passion. Now it's something heavier than that, something that controls you more than you control it back. I keep telling myself this time will be different somehow. Same way anybody chasing vices convinces themselves now is the moment they'll change, moment they'll finally break free from the cycle that keeps calling, keeps pulling constantly back into the arms of something that we know ain't serving us. Love and vice looking similar when you dress them both in trust, and neither one deserves completely, neither one is earned. The faith we keep on giving after everything we've learned about the patterns, about the damage, about the slow decline that happens when we mistake temporary highs for peace of mind. Some things feel good enough to forget how bad they are for you. Yeah. I'm learning now the difference between craving and actual need. Learning how to sit with discomfort instead of feeding whatever hunger's calling loudest in the moment. Learning how to choose the harder road that heals instead of the sweet vow that love invites. Both make you promising relief. That's temporary, always promising a false belief that this time's different, this time's real, this time will finally last. I'm breaking cycles slowly, learning from my heavy past of chasing sugar highs disguised as something meant to stay. Learning real love don't consume you, doesn't fade away. The moment that the rush wears off doesn't leave you empty, hollow, doesn't ask you to abandon everything just to follow where it's leading. Real love builds instead of only taking. Real love doesn't leave you constantly quietly breaking. I'm choosing different now, choosing slow and choosing true. Letting go of sugar and smoke for something built to see it through.
The sweet but turns to smoke.
Every time my heart's been broke,
Chasing what I know ain't right.
craving you through every night.
Like a habit I can't shake.
Every promise that I make
To myself to let it go.
still I'm pulled back
Undertow.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a moment in the darkest hour when something shifts. Small enough to almost miss it, but it lifts the weight a little. Just enough to keep me moving through the storm that felt like it was never gonna leave. I found a reason buried underneath the pain, a purpose worth surviving for, worth walking through the rain. Sometimes it's a person, sometimes just a memory, sometimes just a whisper telling me who I'm meant to be. Even when the whole world felt like closing in around me, even when the silence tried its hardest to confound me, something kept on burning small but steady, refused to die. That's the light I'm talking about, that's what got me through, that's why I'm still here despite the odds, despite what tried to break me, despite the nights that felt like nothing ever gonna wake me up from the darkness that surrounded every single side. That little light kept flickering, kept steady, kept alive.
There's a light in the dark, even when it's hard to see. Something guiding my heart through the storm, setting me free. Hold on, keep pushing through. Every shadow leads to you. Finding light in what's unclear. Never alone, I'm always
I think about the people who showed up when I was low. Didn't need to say much, just their presence let me know I wasn't fighting solitary, wasn't fighting on my own. That's a light too, that's a light that helped me find my home. Back to myself when I was lost, when everything felt heavy, when the road ahead seemed endless, when I wasn't ready for another obstacle, another mountain in my way. Something always showed up right before I lost my way. I don't know if it's faith or just resilience built through years of navigating darkness, of confronting all my fears. But I've learned that light don't always come in obvious form. Sometimes it's the quiet strength that gets you through the storm. Sometimes it's a lesson hidden deep inside the struggle. Sometimes it's the growth you find when everything's a juggle between surviving and just barely holding on somehow. That light reveals itself eventually, reveals it now. Darkness doesn't mean the light is gone. It just means you haven't found it yet. I carry that lesson with me now, through everything I face, trusting that the hardest moments got a purpose, got a place in the story I'm still writing, in the man I'm here to be. Every dark night taught me something, taught me how to see past the immediate struggle to the growth that waits beyond, past the temporary pain to the strength I'm building on. I don't fear the darkness, now the way I used to fear it. Learn that even in the shadows, something bright is near it, waiting to reveal itself the moment that I'm ready, waiting for my eyes to adjust, for my hands to be steady, enough to hold what's coming, strong enough to bear the weight of transformation that only darkness seems to activate. I'm grateful for the light, now understanding it more clear, understanding that it's always been there, even when I couldn't see it, even in my lowest place. That light was always waiting for me to embrace.
There's a light in the dark, even when it's hard to see. Something guiding my heart through the storm, setting me free. Hold on, keep pushing through. Every shadow leads to you. Finding light in what's unclear. Never alone, I'm always here.
That's a bang, that's a bang. Yeah. Everybody else got room to stumble, room to fall. Got a safety net beneath them if they trip at all. Me, I'm the net for everybody else around. No cushion if I slip, no one to catch me if I'm down. Just the weight that nobody sees when they look at me. Standing strong, appearing steady, appearing carefree. But inside I'm calculating every single move I make, knowing that one wrong decision, everybody else's stake falls apart along with mine. That's a different kind of pressure than the ones who only answer for themselves. A different measure of what failure costs when other people's futures ride on whether I can hold it steady, whether I provide the stability they need, the strength that they depend on. I don't get the luxury of falling apart. I bend on every side but never broken, cause I can't afford to be the reason everybody else's world gets flawed. No room to fail, no room to fall. Everybody's counting, standing tall. Yeah, carrying the weight alone. This the price of being the stone. Everybody else can bend, I'm the one who has to defend. Yeah, every crack before it shows. This the burden that only I know. I watch my peers take risks that I can't even consider. Watch them fail and bounce back. Watch the difference in what failure cost them versus what it costs for me. When they fall alone. When I fall, everybody sees the ripple effect spread across the people that I love. Nobody prepares you for this pressure from above and below and every side, simultaneously pressing down on your decisions, testing you, assessing every choice for its potential fallout, its effect on the people who ain't got a backup plan except for you standing silent, standing steady, standing sure, even when internally you're questioning if you're mature enough to handle everything that's riding on your back. I don't complain about it, don't let nobody know I lack confidence sometimes in whether I can hold this weight, but showing that will shake the ones who need me to stay straight. Some people get to fail forward. I have to make sure I don't fail at all. I learned to carry pressure different than I used to do. Learn that strength ain't the absence of the fear coming through. It's moving forward even when you're terrified inside. Even when you're calculating every step, every stride. Toward decisions that can shift the outcome drastically. For everyone who's counting on you, everyone who sees you as the one who has to make it work, has to prevail. No matter what internal battles happen, no matter what travails I'm facing privately, I show up steady every day. Cause that steadiness is what keeps everybody's world okay. I don't resent the weight completely, though it's heavy still. I've grown into the strength required, grown into the will to carry what most people never have to understand. The isolation of the one who has to take the stand. For everyone around him has to be the one who's sure, even in uncertainty, even when it's hard to endure. No room to fail, no room to fall. Everybody's counting, standing tall, carrying the weight alone. This the price of being the stone. Everybody else can bend, I'm the one who has to defend. Every crack before it shows. This the burden that only I know. Hey. Oh. Hey. Yeah. Oh. Hey. Yeah. Before I knew what disappointment felt like in my chest, before I learned that people leave, before I learned the rest of what this world would show me once I got a little older, I believed in everything, believed the world was bolder than it turned out to be. Sometimes believed in magic still, believed that trying hard enough could conquer any hill. I didn't calculate the risk before I loved somebody. I just loved with everything, completely, simply, wholly. Didn't know that trust could break, didn't know that promises could shatter in your hands like glass, like fragile compromises. I just believed because believing was as natural as breathing. Before the world taught cynicism, before I started leaving pieces of that trust behind with every disappointment, every heartbreak chipping at the armor of enjoyment. I used to feel so freely, used to laugh without a reason. Before I learned that laughter has an end, it has a season.
Before the world knew my name, before I learned about the pain, I believed in everything, heard the whole world sing. Wish I could go back sometimes to the simple, easy times
remember thinking every grown-up had it figured out, thinking adulthood meant certainty, meant living without doubt. Now I know that's just a story children tell themselves, watching parents who look steady while they drowning somewhere else. I remember thinking love was simple, thinking it was easy, thinking if you cared enough the outcome would be breezy. Didn't know about the complications, didn't know about the compromise and sacrifice that living life without innocence requires. Didn't know that growing means losing something precious even as you're gaining means. Trading wonder for experience, trading trust for wisdom, trading simple faith in people for a more guarded system. I don't resent the growth, I understand it's necessary, but sometimes late at night I miss that boy who wasn't wary of the world around him. Miss that version free of weight, miss believing everything was gonna turn out great. We don't lose our innocence all at once. It leaves quietly, one disappointment at a time. Now I watch my little cousins running wild without a care. Watch them believe in everything. Watch the trust just laying there, open, unguarded, and I wanna protect it while I can. Wanna shield them from the moment they discover they're a man or woman in the world that chips away at everyone. It takes that pure belief and slowly, quietly comes undone. The fabric of it piece by piece until you're standing there wondering where the wonder went. Wondering when you stop to care the way you used to. And I try to hold on to a piece of what I used to feel before the innocence would cease. I find it in small moments, still in music in the sky and laughter that feels genuine, and reasons not to ask why everything's so complicated now. In moments I remember what it felt like being young in every kind of weather, emotional and literal. Before the shit went up, I carry it inside me still, that overflowing cup.
Before the world knew my name, before I learned about the pain, I believed in everything, heard the whole world sing. Wish I could go back sometimes to the simple, easy times when my heart was soft and free, before the world got hold of me. Before the world got hold of me.
Yeah. Relics on my area. Yeah. Relics on my area. Yeah. The barbershop still standing, though the owner done retired. New face behind the chair, but the wall still got that fire. From conversations that shape half the men I know today. Same mirror that reflected who we were along the way. The corner store still open, though the prices went and changed. Same old man behind the counter, though his hair's rearranged by years I watched pass by while sitting outside on the curb, learning life from listening more than any word I heard. The court where I learned handles cracked concrete, rusted rims. Still got kids out there today recreating what we did. Different faces, same stories, same dreams bouncing off the ground. Relics of my area still standing, still around. Even when they try to change it, try to gentrify the block. Something in the concrete, remember something in the rock. Foundation holds the echoes of everyone who came before. Every relic tells a story if you're listening for more. Relics of my area still stand, holding stories in this land. Every corner, every wall remembers all of us, remembers all. Time may pass and faces change, but something here stays the same. Every relic, every stone, this is more than where I'm from. Yeah, home is home. The mural on the wall still bright despite the fade and paint. Tribute to the ones we lost, tribute to every saint of the neighborhood who left their mark before they had to go. Names still spoken, quiet stories still continue to grow. The bench outside the church where elders sit and watch the day. Same conversations happen in a different kind of way than when I was a kid and thought they talking was just noise. Now I understand the wisdom that they passing to the boys who don't know yet how valuable that kind of knowledge is until they older, until they realize how much it gives. Direction gives them roots, gives them something to hold on to when everything around them feels uncertain, feels brand new. I walk these streets and feel the weight of everyone who walked before me, feel the presence of the stories that we talked about growing up, about surviving, about pride in a place the world forgot, but we still carry deep inside. They can tear down the buildings, but they can't erase what happened here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I take my kids around sometimes, show them where I grew, show them landmarks that most people driving by never knew. Held significance, held meaning deeper than the eye can see. Show them this is where they story started, where they came to be. Whoever they're becoming, rooted in a place with weight, rooted in their history that shaped their family's fate. I want them to remember even when they moved away, to carry pieces of this area wherever they may stay. Because these relics ain't just buildings, ain't just streets and walls. They're witnesses to everything, they're witnesses to all the struggle and the triumph, all the love that happened here. I'm making sure the stories stay alive year after year, passing down the memory before it fades completely. Before the area changes so much you can't see it clearly, the way it used to be, the way it shaped who we became. Relics of my area, forever holding my name. Oh, relics of my area still stand, holding stories in this land. Every corner, every wall remembers all of us, remembers all. Time may pass and faces change, but something here stays the same. Every relic, every stone, this is more than where I'm from. It's home. Relics of my area. Relics of my, yeah, 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 yeah. Relics of my area. This home. Yeah. That's a real one. Yeah. She ain't the type to fold when things get complicated. She been through storms with me, never hesitated to hold it down when everybody else backed away. That's the difference between temporary and here to stay. She don't need the spotlight, don't need validation. Just needs the truth between us, needs communication. Real over perfect, that's the code that we both living by. She seen me at my lowest, never questioned the why. Just showed up steady, showed up solid, showed up true. That's a different kind of loyalty most people never knew existed in this climate where everybody's out for self. She built different, she got substance, she got depth and wealth. A character that money never could have bought or made. She the type that stays consistent, never fades. When the pressure hits, when the situation gets intense, she the calm inside the chaos, she the difference. That's a real one, that's a real one. Standing solid when it's all done. No pretending, keeping it true. That's what I found in you. A firm ace, always steady. Ride for me when I ain't ready. That's a real one by my side. Ain't nobody keeping stride. I watch the way she move when situations got tense. No panic in the energy, just quiet confidence. Handle business like a professional, no drama in a stride. That's the kind of woman that a real man wanna ride through life with. Not the one who's only there when things convenient. Not the one who disappears the moment life gets inconvenient. She stayed present through the hardest chapters we've been through. Never made me question if her love for me was true. I seen other situations, seen how quickly people leave. When the money slowed down, when the pressure starts to heave. Different weight onto the relationship, watch it crack. But she the type that only gets more solid, more track. I've been a loyalty, the harder that it gets. That's a rarity in this climate, that's something I don't forget. Every single time she showed me who she really was. Not through words, but through her actions, through the love. Real recognizes real. That's how I knew from day one. Whoa. Yeah. I ain't need to test the loyalty repeatedly to know that she was different from the jump, that she was gon' show consistency in character, not just when convenient, not just when the circumstances happen to be pleasant. She the type that check on me when nobody else remembered, the type that held it down through every single winter, metaphorically and literally. Through every season, she stayed the same, ain't never gave me single reason to question her intentions, question her authenticity. That's rare to find completely, that's a certain kind of energy that can't be manufactured, can't be fake for very long. Real reveals itself through consistency, through staying strong. I'm grateful every single day for what we built together. Grateful for the woman who stays steady through the weather, life through our direction. Grateful that firm mazer that she brings, that's worth more than any temporary surface things. That's a real one, that's a real one. Standing solid when it's all done. No pretending, keeping it true. That's what I found in you. Firm mazer, always steady. Ride for me when I ain't ready. That's a real one by my side. Yeah. The night got a different energy than the day ever shows. Same streets I walked at noon turn into a different road. Once the sun goes down, once the shadows start to stretch, every face I trusted starts to feel like a different sketch of who they claim to be. I learned to read the room by dark. The way the silence is, the way the energy leaves a mark. Before anything happens, learn to trust that feeling deep inside my gut that's kept me breathing, kept me out of beef. Too many nights I've seen the calm turn violent in a flash. Too many nights I watched the smile turn into something rash and unexpected. Learn that darkness hides intentions well. Learn the difference between quiet peace and quiet hell. Waiting for a moment when your guard finally comes down. That's when treachery moves quickest, that's when it comes around. I stay alert when everybody else done let it go, cause the night got secrets that the daylight never shows.
Treacherous hours, watch your back. Darkness knows just how to act. Smiling faces hide the night. Stay alert to save your life. Night can turn without a sign. Keep your instincts close in line. Treacherous hours walking through. Trust your gut is watching.
Yeah, I lost people to the nights that promised only peace. Watch the calm before the storm, watch the sudden release of tension that was building underneath the friendly face. Learn that danger doesn't always come from unknown space. Sometimes it's the closest circle, sometimes it's a friend who's been quiet, been resentful, waiting for the moment when the darkness gives them cover for whatever plan they made. Learn to notice subtle changes, learn to notice when the shade of somebody's energy shifts slightly. Learn to trust that sense before it turns to consequence, before it turns intense and unavoidable. I move different after certain hours. Different awareness, different instincts, different powers of observation kicking strong when everybody's sleeping. When the city quiets down, when the danger starts creeping closer to the surface, learn to navigate it steady. Stay a step ahead of trouble, always staying ready. The night doesn't create danger, it just reveals what was already there. I taught my younger ones to read a room before they walk in. Taught them how a vibe can shift before the troubles talk in. Taught them trust their gut completely, trust their quiet warning before it turns to something they'll regret it by the morning. I ain't trying to make them scared of every single night, just trying to prepare them, trying to make sure they right about the signs that matter, right about the energy that tells you when it's safe and when it's time to leave and flee from situations building quietly beneath the surface. Cause the streets don't always warn you with an obvious purpose. Sometimes danger's patient, sometimes it waits for the right time. When your guard is down completely, when you're feeling fine, I stay prepared regardless, stay aware through every season. Learn that vigilance at night ain't paranoia, it's a reason. Rooted in experience, rooted in survival too. Treacherous hours taught me everything I carry through.
Treacherous hours, watch your back. Darkness knows just how to act. Smiling faces hide the night. Stay alert to save your life. Night can't turn without a sign. Keep your instincts close in line. Treacherous hours walking through. Trust your gut is watching you. Trust your gut is watching you.
Yeah. Huh? Read the label closer, half the words I can't pronounce. Chemicals disguised as food, that's the way they announce something healthy while it's slowly breaking down your system. Making profit off the sickness, that's the way they built it. I ain't saying it's a plot drawn out on paper with a pen, but the incentive structure favors keep you sick again and again. A customer for life beats a customer who's cured. That's just business logic, code and calculated, unassured by any kind of conscience. When the shareholders demand returns quarterly, don't matter what it does to the land or the people eating product manufactured for the shelf. Preservatives and sugar poison packaged for your health. I watch my people getting sick a generation after, wondering if the food changed, wondering if the laughter about healthy eating masks a truth we're not deserving. Full disclosure on, keep the population undeserving.
They don't want you well, just well enough. Keep you buying, keep you rough.
Poison dressed in pretty boxes, profit over what it cost us.
Question everything you're fed, question everything you're led
to believe it's good for you. Wake up, see the whole thing through. Yeah, the medicine that's supposed to heal you, manage symptoms slow. Never quite eliminates the problem, never lets it go. Completely keeps you coming back for refills every month. That's a business model, not a cure. That's just a hunt for recurring revenue disguised as your treatment plan. I ain't a doctor, ain't a scientist, just a man who's watched the pattern play out over decades. Watch the stack, watch communities get sicker while the profits don't lack. Growth every single year, watch the correlation grow between the food they push in areas that they call low income and the health disparities that follow right behind. That ain't coincidence completely, that's design, that's a sign. A system's built on keeping certain people less aware, less educated on nutrition, less resourced to care for themselves properly. That's the cycle, that's the game. I'm just a voice from the block calling out the same. I'm not saying it's all a conspiracy. I'm saying follow the money and ask questions. So now I read every label, now I question every claim. Now I do my research before I put something in my frame. Teaching my community to do the same thing too. Empowerment through knowledge, that's the only thing that's true. Protection that we got when the system's not designed for our well-being completely. Gotta use our mind independently. Gotta grow what we can grow ourselves. Gotta trust the earth more than the products on the shelves. I ain't got all the answers, ain't a scientist with proof. Just a man who's seen the pattern, seen the ugly truth behind the marketing and packaging that's built to sell, not necessarily to heal, not necessarily do well by us in the long run. So I stay aware, stay woke to the difference between healing and the profit-driven joke that gets played on the population, gets played on the poor. That's the reason why my community keeps hurting more. They don't want you well, just well enough. Keep you buying, keep you rough. Poison dressed in pretty boxes. Profit over what it cost us. Question everything you're fed. Question everything you're led to believe it's good for you. Wake up, see the whole thing through. Wake up, see the whole thing through. Wake up. Yeah. I sleep good. Yeah. I sleep good every night, no matter what's going on. Cause everything I did was earned, nothing that I done wrong. Sitting heavy on my conscience, keeping me awake at night. I built this with my hands, built it honest, built it right. I watched dudes take the shortcut, watch them cut a corner quick. Thinking they got over, thinking they have found a trick to skipping all the struggle, skipping all the work it takes. But everything comes back around, every move, every mistake eventually gets settled, eventually gets paid. The universe keeps count of every debt and every trade you made along the journey, keeps the balance, keeps it fair. I ain't worried about my harvest, cause I know what I laid there in the soil months of years ago when nobody was watching. Every honest I will put in every opportunity. I'm not botching by taking the easy route that compromises who I am. That's why I walk so steady, that's why I don't give a damn.
Who knows what they planted well? Never fears the tale they tell. When the harvest comes around, standing tall on solid ground. What you give comes back to you.
Yeah.
Every action, every truth.
Yeah.
Plan it right and don't you fret. Reap the peace you won't regret.
I see karma work in ways that ain't always immediate. Sometimes it takes years before the consequences legit. Invisible to everybody watching from the side, but it always finds its way back, always evens up the tide. I don't need to watch my back for people that I wrong, cause I ain't wrong nobody. I've been fair my whole life long. That's a different kind of freedom, different kind of peace that comes from living righteous, comes from character, not least. Hold on temporary gains that compromise your name. I watch people chase the fast money, watch them chase the fame, cutting corners, burning bridges, only thinking about today. Now they reaping the confusion of the seeds they used to lay. I ain't perfect, make mistakes, but always try to make it right. Always try to learn a lesson, always try to see the light in every situation where I could've chose the low. That's the difference in my harvest, that's the reason that I grow. The seeds you plant today are the only harvest you'll ever really own. I teach my children this before they old enough to understand. Every choice they make is planting something. Every plan they set in motion now gon' manifest down the line. Teaching them accountability, teaching them to align their actions with their values, so the harvest that they reap reflects the integrity they carry, reflects what they keep close to their character, regardless who was watching them. That's the only harvest worth having, worth building again and again. Through every season, through every trial that comes, I ain't scared of my tomorrow, cause I know what I become. Through the choices that I made, through the seeds I chose to sow, I can face whatever's coming, cause I already know what I planted was legitimate, was honest, was sincere. That's why I don't carry burden, that's why I don't carry fear. The harvest that's approaching, of the future still to come. Reap what you sow completely, that's the lesson, that's the sum.
Who knows what they planted well? Never fears the tale they tell. When the harvest comes around, standing tall on solid ground. What you give comes back to you. Every action, every truth. Plan it right and don't you fret. Reap the peace you won't regret.
That word know it. My father wasn't perfect, taught me things without a word. Sometimes through his absence, sometimes through what I observe. Him doing wrong, I promise myself I'd do it different. Break the cycle that got passed to me, make it consistent. Love instead of silence, presence instead of the void. Every single day I'm conscious that my son and my boy watching everything I do, more than everything I say. Learning who to be through watching how I live each day. I can't preach integrity and then go cut a corner. I can't talk about respect and treat their mother like a foreigner. The kindness, gotta live the lesson, gotta be the proof that the values I'm instilling, they just talk, they got roots. And how I actually move when nobody's applauding, when it's just me and my choices, when nobody's recording. That's when character reveals itself, that's when it's real. I want my children learning that from watching how I feel.
I'm the example that they see. Everything I wanna be, living proof of what I preach. That's the only way to teach. Breaking cycles, standing tall, catching them before they fall. It's for my kids, it's for my seed. Show them how to lead indeed.
I mess up sometimes, I'm human. I ain't claiming perfection, but I make sure that they see me correct my direction. When I'm wrong, make sure they see me apologize sincerely. Make sure they understand that growth means facing it clearly. Not hiding from your mistakes, not pretending you're always right. Teaching them that real strength to miss when something ain't quite align with who you're trying to be. That's a different kind of lesson than the one where fathers act like they never mind being wrong. I want my kids to see the whole process, not just the highlight reel, not just the parts that look flawless. I want them seeing struggle, seeing effort, seeing the fight to become a better man every single day, every night. Choosing patience over anger, choosing presence over absence, choosing to show up even when it's hard. Showing my patience isn't unlimited, but my commitment to them stays. That's the example I'm building, brick by brick, through the days.
They won't remember everything I said, they'll remember everything I did.
I think about the man I'm hoping that they're gonna be. Compassionate but strong, gentle but got integrity. I got a model that completely, if I want it, planted deep in who they're becoming. Gotta practice what I preach every single day consistently. Not just when it's easy, not just when the circumstances happen to be breezy. Real character shows up in the harder moments too. That's when they watch it closest, that's when it matters, it's true. I want them knowing love looks like showing up daily. Love looks like sacrifice sometimes, love looks like staying even when it's difficult, even when you wanna leave. That's the motto I'm building, that's the legacy I believe. Matters more than money, matters more than what I own. The way I raise my children, the example that I've shown. That's my greatest work of art, that's my proudest creation. Building better men and women for the next generation.
Example that they see, everything I wanna be, living proof of what I preach. That's the only way to teach. Breaking cycles, standing tall, catching them before they fall. It's for my kids, it's for my seed. Show them how to lead indeed.
dig. Liquid red. That's right. Yeah. I ain't asking permission for the things I know I earn. Watch my people work double just to get overturned by a system built to keep us satisfied with less. I'm done accepting scraps, I'm done with all the stress of settling for survival when we built for so much more. Generations of my family knocked on every door, never got the answer that they truly deserve to hear. Now I'm kicking down the door, now I'm claiming what's here. For me, for my children, for the ones who came before. Every sacrifice they made is what I'm fighting for. I don't apologize for wanting wealth, for wanting peace, for wanting everything my ancestors never could release themselves to dream about. Too busy just surviving. I got the luxury of dreaming bigger, really striving for something greater. And I'm taking every step toward the life we always earned, the life we never left.
Everything we're all we claiming now. No more waiting, we don't bow. Generations built this fight. We deserve to walk in light. Take what's ours, we earn this too. Every struggle we came through. Everything we're owed, we rise. Standing tall beneath these skies.
My grandmother cleaned houses for a family down the street. Never got the recognition, never got to see the sweet fruit of all the labor, cause the system kept us small. I'm not shrinking like she had to, I'm not settling at all for the limits they attempted to impose upon my dreams. I'm exceeding every boundary, breaking every seam in the fabric of the story they expected me to live. I'm rewriting my whole narrative, I got more to give than what they thought was possible for someone from my block. I'm unlocking every door they thought they had on lock, building generational wealth, building something real, something that my children's children gonna get to feel pride about instead of struggle. That's the goal I'm chasing hard, not for flexing, not for showing off, just tearing down the guard that's kept my people limited for far too many years. I'm claiming every opportunity, I'm drying up the tears.
We're not asking for handouts. We're collecting on the debt that's overdue.
I think about the ceiling that they built above our heads, invisible but heavy, filled with everything unsaid about who's allowed to prosper, who's allowed to really win. I'm breaking through that ceiling, letting all my people in. Behind me as I climb, that's the only way it's real. Success that doesn't lift others ain't the vision, ain't the deal. I'm making with myself and with the ones who came before. I'm walking through the door and holding it open for more of us to follow through, with more of us to claim our space in rooms we've been excluded from in every single place. They said we didn't qualify, we're proving that we do. Every single day we're rising, every day we're breaking through. I ain't stopping until everybody eating that deserves a seat up at the table. That's the mission that I serve. Everything we're owed, we're taking piece by piece by piece. That's the legacy I'm building. That's my people's true release.
Everything we're owed, we claiming now. No more waiting, we don't bow. Generations built this fight. We deserve to walk in light. Take what's ours, we earn this too. Every struggle we came through. Everything we're owed, we rise. Standing tall beneath these skies.
That's right. That's right. The runs on now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Raise the glass up high tonight. We made it through the storm. Every single face around this table kept me warm. When the winter of my struggles felt like it would never break. These the ones who stayed for real. These the ones who didn't fake their loyalty when things got hard, when things got complicated. Every single one of them, I'm grateful, I'm elated just to breathe the same air, just to share this moment here. Freedom tastes so different when you fought this many years. To simply have the right to gather, right to celebrate. Without the weight of survival pressing on your plate. Tonight is just about the love. Tonight is just about appreciating everything, appreciating every doubt. We overcome together every obstacle we pass. I'm looking around this table thinking, damn, we made it last. This far, this real, this solid, it's the kind of thing that's rare. I'm raising up my glass tonight to everybody here. Toast to this, toast to that. Toast to freedom.
freedom, toast to fact that we're standing here today. Friends who never went away. Praise it up, let's celebrate. Life is good, we made it straight. Toast to freedom, toast to us. It's the moment that we trust.
I remember nights we didn't know if we survived a week. Remember praying quiet prayers, remember feeling weak. But looking back, I realized the strength we had together carried us through every kind of complicated weather. Now we sitting comfortable, now we sitting free, appreciating every single opportunity to just exist without the constant worry, constant fear. They used to follow close, they used to always be so near. Freedom means so many things, but tonight it simply means sitting with my people, living out our wildest dreams, slowly but sincerely, one celebration at a time. I don't take it for granted, every laugh, every rhyme we share together matters. Every story that we tell reminds me how we made it, reminds me we did well. Considering the odds, considering where we began, I'm grateful for this moment, grateful for every man.
To the ones who stay,
That's who we're really toasting tonight.
yeah.
Some people came and went along the journey, that's the truth. But the ones still standing here, they show me actual proof of what loyalty looks like when it's tested through the fire. That's the kind of friendship that money couldn't hire or fabricate completely. That's earned through years of living, through the taking, and more importantly, the giving back and forth between us. That's what made this bond so strong. I'm grateful every single day that these the ones who stayed along for the whole ride, not just the parts that look convenient. Tonight we celebrating freedom, celebrating present company that matters more than anything material. Toast to us surviving, toast to something so ethereal, yet so real at the same time. This feeling in the room, every laugh, every story pushing back against the gloom that used to follow closely. Now it's just gratitude and love.
Toast to freedom.
Toast to freedom, toast to friendship, toast to what we made of.
Toast to this.
Toast to freedom, toast to fast.
Standing here today.
Friends who never went away.
Raise it up, let's celebrate.
Life is good, we made it straight.
Toast to freedom, toast to us.
This the moment that we trust.
Yeah.
Before the city starts to stir, got a list of duties longer than any man could ever concur with. Gotta be the provider, gotta be the protector too. Gotta be the teacher, gotta see your children through every single challenge, every single day, every night. No co-pilot in the cockpit, she's flying through the fight alone, but never broken, never showing any fear. For the sake of little eyes that look to her, holding her so dear. I watch these queens from the block, watch they silent sacrifice, making miracles from nothing, paying every single price for their children's future, for their children's peace of mind, breaking generational curses, leaving no one behind. They don't get the parades, don't get the accolades, they do just the quiet strength inside them, seeing everything through with a grace that's unmatched, with a spirit that won't bend. Respect to every single mother till the very end.
Unsung queens holding it down, wearing their strength like a crown, raising futures, breaking chains through the sunshine, through the rain. Single mothers standing tall, answering every single call. Respect to you for all you do, my deepest honor.
I seen the struggle firsthand, seen the weight upon their shoulders, seen them juggle 2, 3 jobs, seen them getting colder looks from a world that judges quick but never offers help. Never asks the story, never knows the hand they dealt. They gotta be the disciplinarian, gotta be the soft embrace, gotta fill both roles completely, gotta keep up with the pace of a world that moves too fast. Gotta make sure every need is met for their young ones, planting every single seed of hope and opportunity, even when their own dreams fade into the background. Every single sacrifice they made is a testament to love, a testament to will, a testament to power that the world can't ever kill. I learned more about true strength from watching single moms than from any hero in the movie. Any battle, any bomb, they face the real war daily, facing with a steady hand, building empires from the ground up across this broken land. A single mother is a force of nature. She doesn't just survive, she creates. I teach my sons to respect that kind of strength, that kind of fight, to understand the burden, understand the endless night of worry and the labor that these women carry on, to never take for granted what they built from dusk till dawn. I teach my daughters to embody that same fire, that same grace, to know their worth, to know their power, to know their rightful places at the head of any table, leading with a steady hand, and know they're capable of anything across this whole damn land. Because they come from queens, they come from women who endured every single obstacle, every single thing assured to break a weaker spirit, but they stood up strong, and built a legacy of love where they truly belong. So when you see a single mother, don't you dare look down. Recognize the queen and recognize the crown. She earned through every struggle, every tear, every single prayer. Respect to these unsung heroes everywhere, everywhere.
Unsung queens holding it down, wearing their strength like a crown, raising futures, breaking chains, through the sunshine, through the rain. Single mother standing tall, answering every single call. Respect to you for all you do, my deepest honor, always true. Always true.
Yo. I'm in the money. Yeah. The summer's getting hotter, winters ain't the same no more. Rain comes down like judgment, floods knocking at the door. Used to be a cycle, something you could count upon. Now the weather's acting crazy, something's clearly going wrong. They talk about the science, talk about the carbon print, but the factory's still churning. Money's still the main intent of the ones who got the power, got the say so, got the pull. While the planet's screaming warnings, they just keep on playing cool. I see it in the news, see it in the rising tide, see it in the faces of the children. Nowhere left to hide from the future that we're building brick by brick with every choice, ignoring every warning, silencing every voice that tries to tell the truth about the damage that we've done to the only home we got beneath this burning angry sun. It ain't just polar bears and ice caps, it's the air we breathe right here, it's the water that we drink, it's the future filled with fear.
Melting point, we're getting close,
Ignoring all the things that show
the world is changing fast and deep,
while the powerful just sleep,
or pretend they don't see the signs,
leaving chaos for our time.
melting point, can't turn away.
Yeah, I gotta face it, gotta pray. They push the narrative that it's too big for us to fix, while they profit off the poison, playing all they dirty tricks to keep the status quo intact, keep the engines running strong. Never mind the consequence, never mind where we belong. In this ecosystem, part of something bigger than they greed. They got us fighting over scraps while they plant a toxic seed that's gonna grow into a monster, gonna swallow everything and leave our children wondering why we didn't hear the planet sing its final warning, why we didn't listen to the cries of the earth beneath our feet, beneath these changing skies. I ain't got no fancy degrees, no scientific jargon to spit, just my eyes and my common sense, watching how the pieces fit. The droughts and then the deluge, the fire's burning out of control. Something's off the balance, taking its heavy toll on the poorest communities first, the ones who can't escape the consequences of a system built on endless greedy rate. The earth is sending us a message. We just gotta decide if we're gonna listen. I tell my kids about the seasons, how they used to be so clear. Now it's just extremes and chaos filling every single year with uncertainty. And I see the worry in their eyes. They asking questions that the leaders just keep telling lies about, or just ignoring, hoping it will go away. But you cannot run the climate, cannot run the judgment day that's coming if we don't wake up, if we don't demand a change from the ones who hold the power, who control the whole exchange of resources, of decisions, of the future that we face. It's on us to protect this planet, protect this sacred place for the generations coming, for the ones who still believe that we can turn this around, that we can still achieve a balance with the nature, of respect for what we got before it's all too late, before the final scorching spot is all that's left of what was once a vibrant living earth. I'm raising my voice for the planet, for its undeniable worth.
Melting point, we're getting close,
Ignoring all the things that show
the world is changing fast and deep,
while the powerful just sleep,
or pretend they don't see the signs,
leaving chaos for our time.
melting point, can't turn away.
Gotta face it, gotta pray. Blood and budgets. Another headline screaming by the war across the sea. Billions spent on bombs, on tanks, on what's to be the next big conflict. While the homeless shiver in the cold. Kids in my own city, hungry stories left untold. A potential wasted of lives that could be saved if the budget lines were different. If the money was behaved in a way that served the people, not the military might. They talk about protection, but who's protecting us at night? From the poverty that cripples, from the sickness that takes hold. Cause the hospitals are underfunded, stories getting older, waiting lines and broken promises. While the war machine keeps grinding, keeps consuming, keeps the profit margin keen. For the few who benefit from chaos, from the endless fight, while the masses pay the price, living in eternal night of struggle. I see the contradiction clear as day is plain. They'd rather fund destruction than alleviate the pain.
Blood and budget's a twisted game, playing with lives, calling it fame. Spending on war, ignoring the plea for basic needs, for dignity. Where's the justice, where's the sense? Building up walls at our expense. Blood and budget's a heavy cost, humanity's future almost.
They say there's no money for the schools, no money for the poor, no money for the mental health, no money at the door of opportunity for those who need it most. They shut it tight, but somehow always find the funds to fuel another fight, another proxy battle, another nation torn apart, while our own communities are bleeding, breaking at the heart from neglect and desperation, from the system that they built to keep us down and fighting, drowning in our own guilt for not having enough, for not being strong enough to rise against the giants who control the narrative, control the skies with their drones and their propaganda, painted villains where there's none, just people trying to survive beneath the burning angry sun. I ain't anti-defense, but there's a line that's clearly crossed when the cost of human life is casually dismissed and lost in the numbers of a budget, in the rhetoric of power, while the real war's on the streets every single waking hour.
They say peace is expensive. I say war costs us everything.
I look at the faces of the leaders, hear the words they choose to speak about freedom, about democracy, why the foundations creak beneath the weight of their decisions, beneath the lies they tell to justify the bloodshed, to justify this living hell for millions who just want a chance to live with grace, a chance to feed their families, a chance to find their place in a world that values life above the profit and the gain, a world that prioritizes healing over causing pain. It's a moral bankruptcy, a failure of the soul when the cries of the suffering are ignored, taking their heavy toll on the fabric of society, on the trust that we once had, and the ones who claim to lead us, making everything so bad. I'm calling out the hypocrisy, calling out the shame of a system that would rather fan the flames of war and blame than invest in its own people, invest in human worth. This ain't just politics, this is the future of the earth.
Blood and budget's a twisted game, playing with lives, calling it fame. Spending on war, ignoring the plea for basic needs, for dignity. Where's the justice, where's the sense? Building up walls at our expense. Blood and budget's a heavy cost, humanity's future almost lost.
Blood and budget.